Marshmallow Mansion, we're finding all kinds of neat artifacts, like this piano from 1790. Now, this one's not exactly in playable condition, but there's another historic instrument that's still making beautiful music. "157 Montague Street in Brooklyn Heights is one of the few places in New York City where history can be seen and, more importantly, heard simultaneously. Built between 1844 and 1847, the Gothic Revival structure is considered an important American example of the style. While the building itself is impressive, the church's stained glass windows are breathtaking. Recognized as the first figural stained glass windows ever made in North America, the colorful glass scenes predate Tiffany by 40 years. The accompanying soundtrack to a visit to St. Anne's is provided by the Ernest M. Skinner Opus No. 524, aka a very special pipe organ.
The instrument was put in 1925. It's got over 4,700 pipes. Even at the time, it was one of the builder's favorite instruments.
Gregory Eaton is the director of music at St. Anne's, and since 1999, he's been performing free recitals to the public. But the organ has seen some turbulent times in its over 85 years of existence.
When I started here 20 years ago, the instrument was on the verge of unplayability, and we needed to raise a lot of money in order to keep it playing and restore it.
So we're almost 15 years past 99.
Yeah.
Where does the organ stand now as far as condition?
It's sort of like painting the Golden Gate Bridge. When you've got an 88-year-old instrument, you know, as soon as you fix something, there's something else that needs fixing.
Gregory's recitals cover the spectrum of musical styles to display the organ's true potential. But he might be best known for his pipe organ arrangements of Scott Joplin's famous ragtime pieces, like the Pineapple Rag.
That's awesome. That's so fantastic. So, Gregory, it's clear that the organ is a rather uncomplicated instrument with just a few keys, anyone could pick it up and. All right. So basically, I see an organ. I see 10 pianos. I see a gajillion buttons.
So we've got a whole set of pipes. They range from about 1/4 inch in length. That would be this very, very high pipe here.
It's almost dog whistly in the sense that I hear it, but how often does that note actually get used?
It gets used regularly.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. And then the biggest pipe is 32 feet long, and this is it. And that's...
Does that register as a note?
In combination with other things, yes.
Okay.
There are two different types of pipes inside the organ. One is called a flue pipe, and that's the basic sort of pipe you see in front, a long tube with a mouth cut into the front of it.
Almost similar to like a penny whistle.
That's right. And depending on the shape and size of that pipe, you get either the principal or the flute, or even a sort of stringy sound.
Okay.
Now, there's another type of pipe called a reed pipe, and that has a flared resonator, and so that's how you get the trumpet sound.
Okay. It has been one of my dreams always to play a pipe organ. I didn't think my first time would be one of such stature. So what do I do?
Okay. Well, first we need to choose some stops. So we're going to have you play on this keyboard.
All right.
And we'll give you a nice characteristic organ sound. We're going to have an 8-foot stop, a 4-foot stop, a 2-foot stop, and a compound stop. So you can play on that second keyboard.
Maybe a C major chord?
Sure.
What would give me that epic end of
you want full
high
organ.
holiday
full
mass?
Organ.
Yeah.
Well, we can do it the cheating way, which is to just press the full organ button that brings everything on.
Really?
Yes.
All right, give me some direction of what would be a good choice.
Play a C major chord and play that very bottom pedal.
All the way to the left?
Yep.
Ready?
Go ahead.
That was so fantastic.
Great.
It's no doubt that an organ with such stature can bring the listener to higher musical appreciation when in the right hands. But what about the musician's attachment?
Oh, well. I get a little choked up when I think about that. You've probably heard violinists talking about finding their instrument, the one that is their voice. And really, for me, this is my voice.
This amazing junction of music and meditation happens every Wednesday at 1:10 p.m. from September through June. For a donation of your choosing, or totally free, you can enjoy an antique pipe organ recital at the historic St. Anne and the Holy Trinity Church.
This week on $9.99. It's so hard to say $9.99. It's really hard. Ahora semana on 9.99. Oh, I spun.
Don't spin.
Not supposed to spin.
Keep going. Come on.
Maybe when I get a close-up of my failure.
It's not a failure.
Really hot.
You're not talking, because I'm gonna do voiceover, so.
Yeah, make a left. This one's only going left. Where in New York City can you ride an antique and oversell it? Careful.